Hello, hello everyone. Welcome to Ed Talk TV, Conversations Worth Having. How is your day going? I hope that you are having a great day. Hopefully you're not having any tech struggles. I know I am a little bit today. We all get them. These ones are out of my control with some stuff on the back end of the website, so thankfully it's not affecting you guys. But, how many of you guys struggle with tech? Let me know in the comments, even if you are watching the replay. I'm going to pop into the comments real quick, start here, and pop in my website, checkwithed.com. Boom. You can take a look at that later. Not now. That's where you can sign up to be on the email list. Boom, you still have time. If you're not on there, hey Paula, welcome. If you're not on the email list, you better hurry up and get on that. It's free, and I'm sending out an email tomorrow with the weekly recap, some tips. There's even a new app that I discovered, and no, I'm not telling it to you right now on the show. I feel a little nasally. It's a little weird. The allergies in my area. I know, totally random. If this is your first time joining, welcome. This is a business talk show. We talk about business, tech, and the user experience. We have a lot of fun. There's random news, which we're going to get to in a second, and then we're going to jump into today's content, which is going to talk about some of these businesses. I got two to show you, and how random, they're pretty random, they are, and yet they're making the news. They're making headlines. So, I'm going to show you the examples, and then you can kind of pull from it what you want that maybe will work for you, or maybe you'll just be like, that's just a little too weird. Who knows? So we'll jump into that. So again, get on the email list today if you're not on there. It's free to do. And then if you are struggling with tech, you're like, I don't know what to ask for. I'm tired of searching Google. I'm tired of watching all these YouTube videos just to get a simple answer. Then get Hey Ed. That's all you need. Hey Ed is the membership community you need to be a part of. That's the only thing you need. That's where you can literally just ask and get answers. That's how it works. And I will say, I love the Hey Ed community so much. I mean, more so than anything else. And like right now, I was just catching up on some notifications, and a couple of you guys in there were like, Ed, it's okay. Like, just go do something else. Go, have you tried walking away and stuff? And I totally appreciate the support. See, we all work together. Teamwork equals success. So I love it. So I appreciate that. So if you're looking for an awesome community to help support you, motivate you, inspire you, and just keep you going, you need to check out Hey Ed. I can't stress that enough. There's members in there. All the members are amazing, and they're continually doing the work, and they're not only showing up, delivering, and engaging, but they're getting results, and it's been awesome to see the huge growth. So it's more than just tech support. It's more than just business support. It's a community. It's a family, and we're in there helping each other. So take a look at that if you're in need of that, and be sure to share that with friends too, who may not be able to watch this show, who maybe aren't going to see it because Facebook isn't pushing this out. What's interesting? Here's the thing for you guys. How many, even if you're watching the replay, how many of you guys have a business page here on Facebook? Let me know in the comments. By the way, if this is your first time joining, don't be shy with comments. It's okay if you're shy and you don't want to share the broadcast. I get it, that's fine, but make sure that you start jumping into the comments and talking even on the replay, because we keep the conversation going. But what was interesting to note yesterday is that I was looking at the reach from yesterday's Facebook Live. Now, normally reach is down across the board for everyone for a business page, but going live, it's still pretty decent. I mean, decent. We're talking about 200 to 300 reach right during the show / right after. And Paula has a business page. Awesome, Paula. And one of the things that I noticed yesterday, and of course I don't know, but I'm going to speculate, that's the right word, right? Is yesterday we talked about Instagram stories. So if you missed that episode, you'll want to check it out. But what was interesting is the reach right after the show, which is normally over 200, the reach was only, I think, 59. I think I screenshotted it and put it in my stories. Pretty crazy how low it was. Now, I'm going to assume that the reach was so low because I was talking about Instagram, which is kind of weird because Facebook owns Instagram, but I wasn't talking about Facebook. I was talking about Instagram, and it was in the title. So I can only assume, again, I don't have data on this, but I can only assume that Facebook was like, hey, you're talking about another platform. You're directing people elsewhere, basically. We're definitely going to lower the reach. I don't know. That's just my guess. So we'll see how today's goes. Let's see if I can pull up some real-time data. Let me see. I got my phone right here because I go live through the desktop if you guys are new. So let's see what I got here. Yeah, like right now it's 3. The reach is 3. You guys, 6 minutes into the show, there's only 3. It's only reached technically 3 people. That's crazy. That's also why it's important, even if you're watching this replay, it's still comment. It's also important that when you do a Facebook Live show, you want to make sure that people not only like and follow your page, but turn on any notifications for your live. Hint, if you haven't done that for this show, you should. But then also remind them like, hey, put it in your calendar. So that way you just show up to the page, whether or not there's a notification, you show up to the page at that time, if you're on a regular schedule like we are for the most part. And then from there, you just refresh the page, and at 4 o'clock, it's like, boom, there's Ed. You know what I mean? So we have to get in that habit. Yeah, it's real interesting, right, Paula? It's hard to say, which way it's going, but as I look down here, I'm just going to see, I just refreshed. Yeah, it's one of those things that the organic reach, and by the way, we're all organic here. We only, up until this point, I haven't paid any ads for Facebook or anything like that. So everything that we do is organic, which is why I need your help. When you tag people, when you invite people, when you share it, that helps the show, and that's going to help them more importantly. And then, like today, I just was talking to someone who I ended up, I was in a Facebook group the other day, and we had a promo day. And so I shared mine about Hey Ed, right? And then as people were commenting, I was looking at what they were promoting. And then from there, whichever ones I connected with, I was like, oh, okay, you would be great to be on the show. And I was able to connect with someone today and explain about the show, what I was thinking. So they're already looking into becoming a guest here on the show. And then they're also looking into becoming a guest expert to share what they know inside of the Hey Ed community, because we do that as well. So always be on the lookout. You know, like I tell you guys, you can be a guest. Hey, Mickey, welcome. You guys can be a guest here on the show anytime, but also make sure that you're not just waiting for that invite, right? Or that reminder. Go out and be proactive. That's why I tell you to share. That's why I tell you to invite your friends. Explain to them why they need Ed, or why they need Hey Ed, or why they need Ed Talk TV, like all those things, because they're going to want to know why, right? And then from there, it's because we're tech savvy, we're tuning in, we're doing all of this, we have to help those who aren't as tech savvy or maybe are just too distracted with other things going on, that we need to kind of help push things along. So I'm telling you that for my show and for what I do, but I want you to take that and run with it for what you do as well. Because everything that I teach you and show you here, you can take and run with for your business. So there's that. Okay, so let's jump into random news. This one's really interesting. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Take a look at this. So number one, well, I'll just tell it for those who are listening in from audio only. This policeman gives an elderly man who's trying to cross the road, he gives him a piggyback ride across the road. Now, I don't know about you guys, but number one, that road is extremely huge. I don't even know how anybody can make it across that road quickly. I mean, look how big that crosswalk is. And I'm sorry, but if you're a little slow at walking, doesn't matter how old you are, there's no way in heck you're getting across that street in the time that stoplight is ready to go, right? How many of you guys on your, even if you're watching the replay, how many of you guys have been at a street light and you're crossing and the countdown is already over and you're like halfway through the intersection? I mean, come on. So to expect somebody to do that on that big of a road, like that's just crazy. Look how big that is. What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, we'll say 8, 9, maybe 10 lanes. That's a freeway, man. There's no crosswalks on a freeway. Come on now. So there's that for your random news. Now, the rest of the show's kind of going to be about random news, but it's more of just giving you ideas of what these other businesses are doing to kind of see why and what gets them in the news. And then you can take what you want from it. And, of course, feel free to share your feedback. Mickey says, yep, usually I start walking, then running. Exactly, Mickey. It's like even with a 2-lane, 3-lane, maybe 4-lane intersection, you're like hustling to get through. Not what, 6+ lanes? That's a lot. I mean, they really should have, okay, here, talk about crazy business ideas. This is how my brain works. You guys ready? How can we make this better? How can we make this better? Are you ready? Are you ready for this? You have a Uber on the corner that takes people across, back and forth, but it's not in a car. It's in the little three bike, the tricycle, the little bike. Yeah, you take that. So that way people can go across. It could be elderly, it could be those with groceries, it could be whoever you want. Maybe you're just lazy and you don't want to walk across the 6 to 10 lane freeway. That's really a walkway here or whatever thing. That's a business right there. Somebody go ahead and start that. You're welcome. Super simple. And please, you can make some good side money. $5 every time you have to cross. Hey, you accept PayPal, Stripe, and if they want cash, no problem. If you want to up it, $10. And if they want to pay cash, it's only $5. That's how easy it is. Hey, Angelica, welcome. Think about it. How can you make things better when you come up with these things? So, I'll show it that image right there. I'm thinking, you park your little bike. Look, they already got the bikes right here. This guy's got the bike with the little overhang. Like, what's stopping him from, instead of going up and down the street, going side to side? It's shorter, and you can make more money and have quicker routes. Look at this lady with her takeout lunch. Hello, eat it while you're being taken across the street. Done deal. $5 if you pay with cash, 10 if it's on card. Not a problem. This guy would be having a ball. Hey, if you get to the other side of the corner and you want to go somewhere further, then it's open. Shoot, I would be standing right over here having a little hut, having that go on. Hey, everyone, jumping in. So just understand that, while that may sound crazy to do, it is a business opportunity. And I mean, if you're not doing anything on, a Saturday or a Sunday, what's to stop you from go ahead and doing this, right? I mean, until the popo comes, who knows? I don't know. I'm just saying that. So anyway, that's my 2 cents on that. Now let's talk about the random businesses here. And now since so many people just jumped on, let me just go look at the Facebook again. I'm just curious. At the beginning, for those who just joined, at the beginning we actually were looking at the reach, and we were talking about how the reach. So see, now it's 46, the reach. So here's the interesting thing, guys, since some of you guys just popped on. Yesterday's show, and of course I have no data on this besides the reach, but yesterday's show right after, normally it's in the 200s. Yesterday was like 59. I can only guess the reason it was like that is because I had Instagram in the title of the live. I can only assume that that's the reason why it was so low, because I was basically saying go somewhere else than Facebook, even though Facebook owns Instagram. That's going to be my assumption. And then right now I just checked and we're at already 46, whereas less than 10 minutes ago we were at 3. So as you can tell, the more that you pop on to my show or other people's shows, when you start to pop on and you stay for a little bit, it then pushes it out more to your friends because it's saying, oh, hey, you're looking at this, so your friends might be interested. And then they start to come on. It takes a little while, though, because it has to be pushed out to all these people. So understand when you're working with your show, when you're tuning into my show or anybody else's show, like just tuning in really does help the broadcaster, the show. but also make sure that you comment. Of course, you can always share and tag other people as well, but commenting is huge, especially when you first tune in. Replay viewers, make sure you comment. It's always a big deal, whether it's my show or somebody else's show, because it has that conversation. It keeps that conversation going. So that's a little background. Now, last night, I was watching an old episode of Shark Tank. I don't really know how old it was, but there was this one lady who came on there and with heart pups. Have you guys ever heard of this? This is one of those crazy things. One of those really, really crazy things. I'm going to show you the picture in a minute, but have you, even if you're watching the replay, heard of Heart Pup? It originally sells for $138. It's currently on sale for $126. Can you guess what it is before I show it to you? And now, when I saw it on okay, so let me give you a quick little backstory on the Shark Tank episode last night. So I was flipping through the channels, and I wasn't really planning on watching Shark Tank because it was an older episode, but I just so happened to click on it, and within a matter of minutes, this popped on, and I was like, oh, this is why I was supposed to watch this episode, because I can talk about it on the show. And of course, then I watched the rest of the episode, which had some other random stuff, which was cool. Is it like a Tamagotchi? Oh, who remembers the Tamagotchis? Anybody watching the replay as well? Do you guys remember the Tamagotchis? The little key rings where you had to like feed the pet? Oh man, those were hot. When they first came out, ooh, those were flying off the shelves like crazy. I remember my grandma had to go to the store a couple times trying to get that for me because she knew I wanted one. And she just wanted to get that. And she got a green one with the little yellow inside cut out. And you had to keep the thing alive, right? How popular were those? I don't even remember how much they cost. But how popular were those? You couldn't get them anywhere. It was kind of like a Tickle Me Elmo. Like the hottest craze. And it was one of those things that taught us as kids how to take care of something, even though it was a digital pet. Like super crazy, super high technology at the time, I believe, right? But good guess, Mickey. But no, I'm going to show you what this is. So, do you know? Oops, let me go make sure I have the right screen there. You know how with babies you have the little strap thing? I mean, it can go in different routes, but you have the strap thing in the front for them when you're carrying them. Well, this business owner decided, why not have it for your dog? Because dogs don't like to be in the little crate or in a little purse. Like, why would they want to be in a purse when they could be right in front of you, right there? And look, you can even attach your keys, and on top of that, you can even put your phone. So it is multi-purpose. It's really a nice, I don't even know what you call it, shoulder strap bag. I don't know what you call it. Paula says, my daughter was addicted to her Tamagotchi. Yeah, Tamagotchis is what set us all off, right? Those were the ones with the technology factor there. But look how interesting this is right here. Just the fact that currently she's making this. Well, again, I don't know how long ago the episode was, but on the episode last night, she was talking about how she makes these by hand, and then she sells them. And apparently they were selling, this is a really bad photo, really bad. But apparently she sells them by hand, or makes them by hand and sells them. I mean, at $120, $140, it's not a bad profit. And I think the material she said was like $8, and then for something else it was like $8. So, plus her time. So I'm going to guess, besides counting her time, in materials, it probably only cost her like $20 to make these. We'll say 40 if we're being real generous, but that's a huge markup. And I don't even know, does it change with the size? Let's see. Oh, you can do 7 pounds or more. I'll tell you guys right now, there's no way in heck either of my dogs would fit in one of these, let alone would I ever wear one of these with them in it either. But it's interesting. Nikki says, my German Shepherd would love this. Me, not so much. Yeah, exactly, Nikki. It's one of those, it's different. But I will say that what I like about it is that it's not just for the dog, but she also factored in other items like your phone and the keys, just to make everything convenient and right there. So it's interesting. Yeah, Paula, it's a huge profit margin, right? Really good, and I mean, people are buying it. So, and look, you guys, again, look at the website. This is her website. Nothing too fancy. Yeah, she put that she's on Shark Tank, so that steps it up a bit. But other than that, like, there's nothing else going on here like crazy. It's all super simple. I mean, look, the photography's not, professional. The way that she has the bold and the red and everything. I mean, it's a work in progress, and it just shows you that you don't have to have the fanciest website. Let's see about the about. Yeah, see, this is like the site structure, I would say, the template that she's using, if you will. It's pretty basic / could be very old given the way it's boxed up like this. But it's one of those things that, again, you don't have to have the perfect website. You just have to have an idea and a product or a service to sell, right? That's what you're going for. And obviously, she makes a lot of these, and apparently they sell. Oh, look, you can even get a bag for $158. So, when you're thinking of your ideas, keep that in mind, that, she just took one and ran with it in various colors. And then, of course, she created this. But, again, it's one thing. Now, what if I told you that this next one is pretty random, and you've probably started to hear about it on the news because it's been in the news lately. But pizza and filling potholes. Isn't that weird? Isn't that a random combination? Get it? Pizza combination. Oh, I know. We're good. So over here, if we go to Domino's has been fixing up streets and filling potholes across America. Have you guys heard about this? Even if you're watching the replay, it's pretty crazy. They have this whole Paving for Pizza initiative that apparently is working really well. And they've started paving roads in Burbank, California, Texas, Delaware, Georgia, Athens. It's pretty crazy. And they have been pushing on the news video or on the TV ads of this too, showing that basically potholes aren't good for your pizza because they are damaging your pizza during the delivery from home for the drive home from Domino's. And we can't stand by and let your cheese slide to one side, your toppings get untopped, or your boxes get flipped. I mean, you guys, they're making it fun. Do you see that? They're making it fun. They're taking the pain points. These are the pain points here. If my mouse will work. Cheese to one side. How many times do you get a pizza order? You order a pizza and you get it at home and the cheese is off to one side. Or the toppings are not on top. Or the box gets flipped. Or whatever the case may be, So they know in 1, 2, and 3, they know the top 3 pain points when it comes to delivering from Domino's to your home, what those pain points are. So now they're trying to help with that while also helping the community by paving potholes. Welcome, Mindy. She's been watching but was driving. Oh, yeah, no worries. Thanks, Mindy. Kids were like, huh? When you said heck. Oh, sorry about that. But yeah, so it's one of those, and hello kids, I hope you're having a good day. And hopefully no more school, so then mom doesn't have to wait in that really long line that Ed would have you go to the end of the road to meet me. If they're still listening. I know, I'm bad. But, sitting in that long line, if you guys ever saw that long pickup line that Mindy posted, I was like, nope, not having it. Meet me down the street or take the school bus and I'll pick you up around the block. Like that, we're good. Or carpooling. That's when we would get carpooling on lock. Trust me. So with Domino's, they have the three main pain points, right? Three main pain points. They picked their one topic. Let me back up for a second. They picked their one topic, which is delivery. Then they broke it down into what are the three pain points that they want to solve. Cheese on the side, topping's not on top, the box gets flipped. So then they took it one step bigger in terms of the solution, and they said, well, the only way to solve this problem is to fill the potholes on the roads that we take to drop off the pizza at these homes. You see how crazy that is? That goes back to, for those who are new, that goes back to what I tell you to do when it comes to going live or podcast or whatever. Pick a topic and have up to 3 talking points. That's it. That's all you need. Up to 3 talking points, and then just go. And then from there, see what happens. Mindy says, no worries, we have to be super strict with their language because they take it too far. Oh, yeah. I said, you're an adult and don't abuse the words. That is true, kids. That is true. I don't. I try to be very cautious about that. That's pretty good customer service, right, Mindy? It's crazy. So they took that one problem, delivery, and they broke it down into 3 pain points, and then they went big. They went big or they went home, and right now they went big with filling the potholes. Now, what this article doesn't say, and I haven't found yet, is how much is this costing them? What partnership do they have with these cities? Because when you're buying a pizza from Domino's for $7.99, that's not going to cover very much in terms of trying to pave the roads. Now, I don't know. I don't work at the city hall, and I don't know how much it costs to get the asphalt and put it into the hole and, have the guys out there that have to, protect it while it dries and all that stuff. I don't know. But I'm just going to say that it's probably more than one pizza. And I'm sure they're not going through and paying people with pizzas. You know what I'm saying? So I'm really interested to see what that cost is and how effective it is. Now, in terms of how effective is it for publicity, it's blowing them out of the water. Like, they're getting in the news. They have this whole initiative. Let me show you their page. Here's a cool thing on their website. Let me go ahead and bring that up for you because this is pretty cool. So if I can get my screen to change. There we go. All right, so on their website, which you can actually nominate your town. So if you have a lot of bad roads, you can nominate your town here on their website. But they have this whole page here that talks about filling the potholes. So it's not like it's just a practical joke on April Fool's Day. No, this is like a full-on initiative that they're doing. And then they're showing you what they're doing and where. They're giving you that social proof. 5 potholes fixed in California. Texas, 8. And then they have even the sign, paving for pizza. Like, when you drive by, you're going to be looking at that and saying, wait, what? Because it throws you off. You're not used to that. Look at this. They even got their own little paver with paving for pizza, Domino's all over it. Crazy. Delaware, look at that, 40. Wow, Delaware, you guys got some rough roads over there, huh? It's just nuts. But these are their testimonials, right? Wow. Georgia, 150. Geez, I thought our roads were bad over here. And then you can nominate your town. But look, you can get a 3-topping pizza, a large 3-topping pizza for $7.99. I mean, it's kind of crazy. But notice how they have this laid out, too, is that they have all about the initiative here. Of course, I went directly to their pavingforpizza.com. So their sales page here is completely laid out to help you with your problem, to give you more info about it. Nominate your town. That's what they want. They want you to buy into this. They want you to be able to nominate your town. Then if you want to know more about the initiative, you keep scrolling. Then you get to see testimonials. Testimonials. You get to see the actual equipment. Testimonials. And then you get all the way down. Nominate your town again. One call to action. Notice, one call to action. And then, if you wanted to, because all of that is a lot of work, you can go ahead and order your pizza right here. See how they did that? So they all went through the whole thing. They weren't really selling anything at the top here. They were, but they weren't, right? Because they're just giving you the information. And they're giving you the option to nominate your town. So everything's about you. And then, at the very end, they're like, hey, by the way, why don't we satisfy your craving for pizza? And why don't you buy a pizza from us down here? You see how that works? So it's just really interesting when you look at web pages like that. And when you start to pick things apart and really go through and just look at them with a different perspective versus just going to that page and saying, oh, cool, like, yeah, they have an initiative, or, oh, it's about pizza, or, oh, it's about, nominating your town. Well, pause for a second, back up and look at that website from a business standpoint, from a user's perspective, and look at the sales page, because that's what it is, and see, where's the button? What are they telling you? Where's the testimonials? What else are they trying to sell you? And then go through that and then realize what it's telling you and then see what you can pull from that. Hey guys, welcome everyone jumping in. Mindy says there's an app. Their app is pretty nice too. It has the feature that shows where your pizza is in the process. So see, that's the cool thing too. Domino's has their app, and I haven't used it. I haven't had pizza in a while. I'm craving it, but I haven't had pizza in a while. But yeah, they have a cool app, like Mindy said, and I've heard that it's really neat because you can watch it. And again, it makes it fun, right? It allows you, the customer, to stay engaged with them, the business. They're keeping that line of communication open. They're allowing you to follow. It's crazy. You're getting Domino's tonight. I love it. Have an extra slice for me, you guys. Heck, have an extra pizza for me, okay? I can't even remember the last time I had pizza, let alone Domino's, but enjoy. You guys can enjoy for me. But that's what I want you to start thinking about is when you come up to these websites, think about, and when you see them in the news, because this is something I pulled from the news, you guys. And for those who are new and didn't catch the beginning, make sure after this to go to checkwithed.com, do two things. One, get on the email list, because I send out my newsletter tomorrow. It has a new app in there that I discovered, which I'm not telling you here. And then it has also previous episodes from this week and some more tips. And then two, check out Hey Ed, because you're going to need that community at some point in time. You might as well check it out now while you have the time. So those are the two things I want you to do tonight after this episode. But when you see things come up in the news like this for Domino's, take a minute or 2 minutes and run over and take a look at the site. Just be curious. It's that curiosity marketing. Just be curious about it. Run through it real quick and just make note. What's on the page? How do they have it divided up? What are they telling? What do they want me to do as a user coming to this page? And then make a note somewhere if you need to. If something stands out, if you're like, oh, I really like how they had, the testimonials, and then at the very end, they were trying to sell me the pizza. Make a note. Pop it into your notes, pop it into Evernote, pop it into Trello, Asana, whatever you got, Google Docs, it doesn't matter. Just make a note, put it somewhere. That way you can refer back to it later. It's all of these little things, these little tweaks that you can do throughout your day that doesn't take a lot of time if you are aware of them. So make sure that you're taking a look at that. So that's what I had for you guys today. Totally random, but fun, right? Some different ones to look at. And yeah. We will be back tomorrow. If anything changes, I will let you know here on the page. And if you guys need anything, just let me know in the comments. I appreciate you guys showing up and engaging. Even if you're watching the replay, please continue to do so. And share out checkwithed.com with everyone you know. So that way it's easy for them to find what they need when they need it, so that they're less stressed and they can get their tech situation handled. So thank you guys so much. I'll see some of you back in the Hey Ed community, and others, I will look forward to seeing you guys back here tomorrow. Take care. What is the Hey Ed community? I'll let them tell you.
I'm drawn to this community, Erica, because listen, I'm going to make sure as a business person, I know you are as well, serious business women, we're going to make sure that we're getting the content knowledge we need from the Hey Ed community. But I also want to laugh. I want to have fun. I want to enjoy my workday. And I know I'll get that balance in the Hey Ed community. I know he'll tolerate our tangents.
And I think that's the perfect way to have a really good engaged community. It's a perfect balance of business and fun.